One of the first guys I want to talk about is Mr. Small Almighty Deuce Vaughn, running back out of Kansas State. Dude is one of my favorites, standing at a enormous 5'5", 179 pounds. But I promise you this, that man does not run like that. He was a true freshman, and was already the best player on their offense. Super productive player, 116 catches over the last 3 seasons at Kansas State. And while he's not of the stature of guys like Tyler Algier, Damian Pierce, and Isaiah Pacheco, I compare him more to players like James White and Darren Sproles and Tirico, players that we've started in. It used to be Austin Eckler too in the Melvin Gordon days. All of these guys had roles in their offense, and with a skill set like Deuce McAllister has, he'll be able to. I'm sorry, not Deuce Vaughn.
Lawrence has dated himself.
Deuce McAllister ain't 5'5", 179.
No.
Yeah. So the fact that Deuce Vaughn can do that, I can't. This guy's not even a Hall of Famer, but shout out to Deuce McAllister.
Shout out to Deuce.
Deuce Vaughn, he can do all the things that an every down back can do. So even if he's not gonna do that at the next level, he could complement a player who does, and he'll find his role in the receiving game. Same goes for Devon Achane out of Texas A&M. Little bit bigger, 5'9", 188. Similar skill set, except Devon Achane does not run like a man who's sub 190 pounds. Like he's elusive, he's quick, but he will deliver the blow as well. He's a tackle breaker, and obviously All-American world-class speed on the track. We love that, right? He'll bring it in the kick return game as well. So I like those two dudes as smaller backs.
Lawrence, real quick, we've had a few people mention Devon Achane on the show. I'm really glad you mentioned Deuce Vaughn, who no one has mentioned yet, who was one of the probably 3 or 4 most fun players to watch in college.
Oh,
football.
yeah.
And like just totally blew up the box score. Like back-to-back years just blew it up. Like on all 3 downs, and 5'5" is very small. But like you said, we've seen it with his fellow K-State alum, Darren Sproles, and we've seen it with Tirico, who got short-circuited by injuries. So it's not like we have there's a prototype for these players having success in the pros.
Yeah.
Deuce Vaughn is a very, very, very fascinating prospect.
And he's a player, on the tape, it literally shows he can line up in the slot and eat your linebackers alive. Like, it's a complete mismatch there. For a dude who has more ideal size, you got Izzy Abikanda.
Better you than me.
Yeah. I should have just said his name instead of trying to read it.
Yeah, you gotta. The key with names where you're not great on pronunciation, you just say it as fast as possible.
That's literally the first time I ever messed up his name, and it's because I tried to read it. But anyway, this is a guy, 5'11", 215. Probably he'll go at the end of day 2, possibly day 3. Extremely good acceleration. Not shifty, not gonna juke you everywhere, but he's gonna use his speed and acceleration to beat the defender. So those are 3 running backs that I like. That's probably definitely not going on day 1. Maybe they'll go on day 2. Some will more than likely go on day 3, and those are dudes who could just come in. Like, if they get on a team like a Kansas City Chiefs, remember, they didn't bring back Jerick McKinnon as of yet. So that's a spot where a guy like Deuce Vaughn could come in and have himself a little role. And running backs are important, right? Because that's the spot where rookies have the most impact. Not so much at the receiver position, so I won't talk about too many of those guys. But
Denny, you have any thoughts on any of these guys real quick?
I want to be in on Deuce Vaughn because the production.
Have you ever seen Deuce Vaughn play? I know you've seen the spreadsheets on him. Okay,
I have. My college DFS dabblings, I definitely saw Vaughn play, and he's his production's out of this world. Okay,
It is out of this world.
I concede that
in big games too. Like he was like the classic. Like he shined in big games at K-State.
I will say that I am a little bit worried about how a 177-pound running back is going to hold up. You know, I was thinking like, as far as like comps go, I was like, wait, does Doug Martin comp to him? Doug Martin was 5'9", 230.
Doug Martin was way over 2 bills.
But guess what though? Doug Martin was always hurt.
It's true. Yeah, he needed to be smaller.
I don't know. I want him. I want him to be a thing. I could see like Lauren said, I could see him being, you know, used as a pass catcher around the line of scrimmage, but I don't know if there's like much fantasy upside there for him.
Yeah, well, if there's not too, he's gonna have to like be nurtured into the correct role by like a good coaching staff. Where I could definitely see Deuce Vaughn becoming a PPR factor at some point in his career, maybe even in 2023. But it seems like maybe he's gonna. Tirico, I think, kind of made some noise right off the bat. He's a classic. Yeah. Let's let Deuce Vaughn end up with a good coaching staff, God willing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lawrence, who do you want to talk about next, Lawrence?
Yeah, and just a quick note on 2 other running backs. I won't go in on them, but Keaton Mitchell out of East Carolina and Xavier Holiday out of Arizona State, where Rashad White just came from.